All right, hey guys, I'm back. Yeah, I know it's been a while. So I've basically just not been recording videos, but I've still been playing a lot on Magic Online, and I've been in college, so a little busy. But there's a few things that have happened recently that have, or that have happened basically that have made it a little bit easier, I think, for me to like get out these videos. So one of those is just league structure. I can basically record in like half-hour intervals, which would be pretty useful. And then also, literally just today, I figured out that I can record um, audio at the same time as the screen on QuickTime. So I don't know if that's a new feature or something that I was just missing like 2 years ago, but that made it really hard to record these, and now it should be a lot easier. So anyway, I've been really enjoying these cons flashback drafts. And this, unfortunately, this is Tuesday, so this is basically probably going to be the last one I get to do before they go away. But yeah, so we're going to be taking 1,000 wins, obviously. Seems like a pretty big bomb. Uh, Debilitating Injury is good. I really like 5-color, or like a lot of lands in this format. This can fit in pretty well with that. But yeah, so let's see what's going on. We got Master the Way, which I really like. I'm not a big fan of Jeskai or Teamer, but Master of the Way is like one of my favorite cards. I'm always looking at the lands in this format, so obviously Bloodfell Caves I'm looking at. I think Master of the Way is probably a strong enough card to, like, in the 5-color archetype, take over a land, and it's semi-on color with the card we first picked, so I'm inclined to take it. Although I tend to want to be more towards the Abzan and Sultai end of things, and Mardu too. I basically just don't like Jeskai or Teamer. I think they're really hard to make work. With that being said, I think we'll take Master of the Way. Probably try to angle towards like a 5-color deck. But, in this format, like if you get past an insane Teamer deck, it's probably still better than trying to force like Mardu or Abzan or something like that. So yeah, bit of Revelation I'm looking at. I like that a lot. I think in these flashback drafts, people have been going pretty controlling, wanting to draft 5-color and stuff, which makes it harder to draft 5-color, but it also means you kind of get to go nuts and take expensive cards, and kind of like metagame against that. So obviously, I think the pick here is Mystic Monastery. It would go well in like if we built a Jeskai deck, or of course 5-color. The tri-lands are amazing in. One of my favorite things in this format is just to first pick a tri-land and then go 5-color. Basically, pick like mono lands for the first pack and maybe like the second half of the second pack. And then just taking like bombs whenever you see them. And then in the third pack, you can basically just take all of the good cards that you want. We see Leaping Master. So like if we wanted to go maybe into Jeskai with like this pick, this is like, an example of what we might want to try to be doing. This is good in the 5-color deck, but we're not close to black-green yet, obviously. So we'll take Mystic. Alright, I like Dismal Backwater. Leads me more down the 5-color route. I'm not seeing anything in Jeskai that's particularly great here. Ancestor's good. This is fine. This is fine. But lands I value really highly, so I think I'm just going to take that. You tend to not even realize how much you can use them until like the end of the draft. So even like lands that seem off color for what you've picked so far, you tend to just it tends to open up what you're able to pick later. A little more about like me recording draft videos again. I'm a college student. I'm pretty busy, so I don't think I'm going to be able to like promise any sort of recurring schedule. I know most of the time when I've like came back and recorded a few draft videos, I've tended to basically then leave for like another 2 years or whatever. And I can't promise that I'm not going to do that again this time, but this does make it a lot easier. So I could see potentially not having a regular schedule, but maybe, doing these every so often when I have like a free afternoon. Okay, so here we've got a Treasure Cruise, Abomination. Abomination's good in 5-color. So is Treasure Cruise. Treasure Cruise is also better in Jeskai. Treasure Cruise is not great in multiples, so I'm not totally inclined to take it like early in pack 1, because I'll probably see another one at some point. But I think it's probably the correct pick out of this pack. I think I'm going to go with Treasure Cruise here, although I could definitely see this or this. Yeah, I like drawing cards. Alright, what do we got here? Mystic of the Hidden Way is very good. Woolly Loxodon is very good. Grizzly's fine. I'm very blue so far, even though I don't love blue in this format. So I think I'll probably take Mystic. Although, yeah, I like Loxodon a lot better. So I could end up trying to go Teamer, although the lanes don't fully support that yet. Haven't seen much like white, like Jeskai stuff being open. Mainly because Jeskai stuff isn't that good, I think. Loxodon's probably better in 5-color. I think I'm going to go with Loxodon as kind of a speculative pick here. May seem weird, but... Alright, so Glacial Stalker is very good. Morphs are obviously kind of how you build the 5-color deck. Morphs are the things that you can play early to kind of have like a worst case scenario plan against aggressive decks. And then they're also your top end. They're just big fat creatures. So a morph in blue, which is the color we're pretty sure we're in, seems like a good pick here. Incremental growth is great, but it's not great at catching you up. It's great when you're ahead or at parity. So I'm not inclined to take it here. It's not great in the 5-color deck. It's better in like an Abzan kind of curve out deck. So yeah, we'll go with the Glacial Stalker. Alright, here there's not much. Salt Road Patrol is fine in 5-color, although we haven't seen much white yet. This pack does make it look kind of like Jeskai's Open, but like as you can see, none of these cards are great. I'm kind of between Salt Road and Disdainful Stroke. Mardu Banner would be like fine for 5-color, but I think Strokes are pretty easy to pick up. I'll probably just take Salt Road just as like another decent creature depending on where we go. Alright, what do we have here? Packs are starting to dry up. Mardu Warshrieker is like the only like playable card really here, so I'm just going to take it for like 5-color. We don't have nearly enough lands, so we're probably going to have to end up picking something. Mardu Warshrieker could go in Jeskai, so I guess we'll take that. Alright, so we're getting a lot of like the expensive stuff that you want with 5-color, but we're not getting the lands, so this could be a problem. But at the same time, there's not much else for me here to take. I could take Smoke Teller if we're going to be Teamer. I guess this can also go in Teamer. Yeah, my instinct is just telling me to take Smoke Teller here. I don't think we've seen much open black, even though that's my favorite color in this format. We'll take a banner. Sometimes you have to play a banner. Take another banner. I guess this could be like a board card for like super controlling matchups. Alright, so we want lands. We want to figure out what guild or what clan we're in. It looks like probably that's Teamer. So like Monastery can be a red-blue land. Treasure Cruise is like not great in Teamer, but that's fine. And then we have like some mediocre creatures. So I'm not loving how this is shaping up so far, but it's not horrific. Okay, so here I'm probably just going to take Thornwood Falls. If I knew I was, like, you know, definitely Teamer, I'd probably take Grizzly, although Falls definitely makes a run for it. In fact, I might even just take Falls. Having lands is just huge. Outside of that, Kirin is good. Obviously this is good, but it's kind of far from where we're at. So yeah, I'm definitely just going to take the land. We might wheel like a Whirlwind Add Up or a Weave Fade or something. I usually wait till everybody else is picked before I pick. Maybe a little bit of a jerk move, but I like being able to control always having a pack coming to me. Alright, so Swiftwater Cliffs I think I'm going to take. Hooting Mandrills is obviously very good, but I value lands very highly, as has been stated before. I could see it being Hooting Mandrills here, although, Mandrills is good, but I think it's replaceable, ultimately. Like, we have a lot of expensive stuff. And I just want to feel comfortable, like, being fully in Teamer and then, like, going down that road and being able to take whatever Teamer cards we want. So, I'm going to take Cliffs. Alright. Here, I'll take a Wind Scout. No lands to take. Bring Lows, pretty good. I think Wind Scout being a creature is slightly better. Highland Game is fine. It's a 2-drop in a format without many. But yeah, I think Wind Scout goes a little bit better into the deck we're building right now. So I'll take that. Ooh, okay, we got past the Nux. So yeah, I guess we are definitely building a Teamer deck here. Warshaker's not going to be great, so like I'll put him in the board for now. I tend to put everything I'm not like pretty dang sure I'm playing into the board, which I know is not how a lot of people do it, but I tend to have like 2 piles in the board, like things I could play and like things I'm probably not going to play. Backwater I definitely could be playing because I could be like splashing a Sultai card or something. So yeah, I have the potential here to splash white or black, although I'm going to be trying not to because we don't have a lot of lands and we're already 3-color, even though the format supports that. Okay, there's nothing great here. I'm not very excited by any of these. I'm probably just going to take this, hoping that we get more like stuff like Alpine Grizzly and like Snowhorn Rider and all the like classic Teamer stuff. Set Adrift is fine, but it's better in Sultai. Singing Bellstrike is fine, but it's better in Jeskai. This card's terrible. This card's fine, but it's slow, and we already have enough of that. So yeah, I think I'm just going to go with this. It's a surprisingly main deckable card. And what do we got here? Awaken the Bear or Crippling Chill. I would really want... I'm going to move my morphs, I think, to where they mostly are, the 3-drop spot. Although I guess these can stay as 6s. I don't know. I try to like approximate whatever the curve I think is. I think Awaken the Bear is probably better. Trying to be like that classic, you know, dudes and tricks deck. Alright, Whirlwind Adept is like surprisingly good in the format and probably surprisingly good in this deck. I don't think Hordeling Outburst is really what we're trying to do. Plus it's tough to cast. So, I guess I'll take the Adept. It looks like we're definitely kind of becoming this style of deck, although it's hard because, like, when we're setting this up, it's very slow. You have to, like, really build out a board and not have them be able to attack you. And, like, look, we don't have a lot of 2-drops, so, like, we're not going to be able to be giving a lot of defense. You know, we're playing Jeskai Wind Scout and Whirlwind Adept to block. That's not really going to be working very well. So I'm a little worried about this deck. It's not shaping up great. But I tend to be worried about how my decks are shaping up in this format, and then they turn out okay. At least in the flashback drafts I've been doing. So, yeah. We'll take Awaken the Bear here. I don't think we're going to be wanting to splash white. Although, potentially in pack 3, it could be looking Jeskai. I might actually, yeah, I think I'm going to take this Tranquil Cove, just to be safe. We already have an Awaken. Alright, Tormenting Voice is fine. So is Whirlwind Adept. It seems like we're really building kind of a Whirlwind Adept deck, but like even in its own deck, it's really not that good. But at the same time, like if I pick up one of these, I can definitely keep trying to build around it. Like Barrage of Boulders and Awaken the Bear are both great with it. So I think I'm going to take the Adept. Voice is better with Treasure Cruise, but I think I might actually shape up to be more of like a red-blue deck, splashing white and splashing green, potentially. I found that in the 3rd pack, often you tend to see like the guild open, or the clan that was open in the 1st pack, and then the 2nd pack, it's like a completely different guild. So I think this draft might be going for us sort of like Jeskai, Teamer, Jeskai. So I'm like kind of being aware of that, or trying to be. Alright, Scout the Borders is a green card that's playable. Feed the Clan is a green card that's not. Swift Kick is a red card that, is pretty unplayable. Alright. So, I'm not in love with where we're at right now. We're only at 12 cards we really want to play. And we're not super sure about the mana. But we'll see what comes in the third pack. My impression has been, like, this draft has been a tough one. But I know I could have been making mistakes. Obviously, I'm making a ton of mistakes, but I think you know what I mean. Alright. Yeah, I guess we'll take a Teamer Charm. We've got tons of 3s, but what can we do about it? We're going to move this here. There's like Feeder Resistance, which is a great white card, but at some point you kind of have to commit to being a clan if you don't really have the lands to back up the other stuff. So for the rest of this pack, since we're low on playables, my goal is just to take the most playable Teamer card, and hopefully to fill out kind of the underside of my curve, having like more beef and more efficient creatures. That counts as both beef and an efficient creature, so we're definitely taking that. It's a DC we could splash, and it would obviously be pretty good, but I don't want to stretch our mana, especially when we can have this alternative of taking such a consistently strong card. So we're going to take the air. Could wheel maybe like this, or this, or this. I don't really like this, but if we have to play it, we have to. It's not unplayable. Alright, so let's take the air. And what else do we got? Another Teamer Charm. Alright. Teamer Charm isn't like the best. We do also have Icy Blast, which is very good, especially with like 2 Whirlwind Adepts. Nux. Yeah, our deck is like very like sort of slow combo-esque, which I don't really like. Teamer Charm might actually wheel, which would be pretty sweet. I think I'm just going to take Icy Blast. Our deck needs like a lot of time to set up, but like once it does, it might actually be pretty good. I really want stuff like the 4-2 Bear. See, I'm not really sure how well we're set up to do this stuff, but I'm just going to keep taking the cards I have to. I know we need playables, and it looks like we're mainly based like blue-green, so I don't love taking Leaping Master. Swiftwater Cliffs, I just love the lands, especially like we're kind of straight 3 colors right now, and like, you know, this is not a normal format, but you still need consistent mana. Let's see, we're at 15 playables right now. We also have like this guy we can bring in. I think I'm going to take the Cliffs here, although that I think could be very wrong. I think Horde Ambush is probably better than Leaping Master, but so I would probably be taking that, actually. But I think the land is going to do good work for us. Alright, well, I wish we could have like all 3 of these, basically. I think Savage Punch we probably have to take. We only have 10 creatures, which really sucks. But, like, it's so good with 2 Whirlwind Adept. I really want this Snowhorn Rider, though. This is a tough one. I think we gotta take Savage Punch. We don't really have that much removal anyway. I'm gonna take that. We just really want creatures. That's a fine creature. I think we have to take that. See, the Unwritten is not great. It's like a constructed card, even though it never panned out, really. So, yeah, take a decent creature. I have to be okay with that. Alright, Summit Prowler is actually pretty dang good in this deck. Assuming, like, you know, we're have good mana. So I'm going to take that. The mana in this deck's going to be pretty awkward. We're straight 3 color with only 4 duels, which is not horrible. The mana works out more often than you'd think in this format. But Yeah, I think Summit Prowler is just like too good for us to pass up here. It's in a good spot in the curve, and it's 4 power, which activates a lot of our stuff. All right, Crippling Chill. I think we'll take. It's like fixes a mana a little bit of tempo, good with like Whirlwind Adept. Yeah, Tormenting Voice is fine too. Teamer Banner would obviously be okay. Teamer Banner actually might be a better pick here. We can ramp to these. We can ramp to these. Can fix our mana. I think I'm going to take Teamer Banner. All right, Dragon Scale Boon, I guess. Or Canyon Lurkers actually might be okay in this deck. I don't think I want to take Wetland Sandbar. We only have 12 creatures, so I'm just going to take a Canyon Lurkers. We have a lot of 3s, but like that tends to happen in this format. All right, we might have to play this. We're on 21 playables. All right, Boon or another Sandbar. I think I'm on Boon right now because like 14 creatures is enough, and like the one we're playing here, so like we don't want to play 2. So yeah, I'll take that. All right, this is stuff. Clearly, Teamer was the open color combo. Probably Singing Bell Strike. I think we'll take. Good against like aggressive decks that we can board it in. Take a Feed the Clan. Taigam Scheming. So like this is why I don't really like Teamer, because like clearly Teamer was, you know, the open color. Similar thing with Jeskai. Clearly they were open, but our deck is still not very good. So yeah. Anyway, I guess I'll finish this out by building the deck, and then the other videos will be me playing the rounds of this league. Yep, so let's see. This is 27, minus 4, 23. We might want to play 18 land. I put a lot of stuff at like the 3-drop slot for like being morphs, but you know, they also kind of want you to be able to like do more things. Although we do have a Teamer Banner, and we don't have a ton of mana sinks compared to like a lot of decks in this format. So I think I'm actually going to go with 17, normal amount. And let's see what it suggests and then count up our sources. This is what I usually do. We want to be pretty split evenly between the colors here. Like, I really can't pick out a color that could be construed as a splash. So, okay, we have 5 green sources. That is not enough. This is happening because we have 3 blue-red lands. So let's see how many blue and red we have and what we can cut for forests. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red sources. So that is not great, but like the minimum of acceptable. So I don't really want to cut a red source. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue sources. So here I want to cut an island for a forest. But then this begs the question, do we want to play 18 lands just to make our mana work, just to have enough sources? And I think we do. So cutting this Wetland Sandbar, which is the worst card in our deck, even though it's okay for our curve, and putting in a forest, gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green sources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red sources. So 7, 7, and then blue, which I think is our main color, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8, 7, 7 is not the worst. So I think we're going to run with that 18 land and see how this deck does.